Robert A. Heinlein wrote, "The hardest part about gaining any new idea is sweeping out the false idea occupying that niche. As long as that niche is occupied, evidence and proof and logical demonstration get nowhere. But once the niche is emptied of the wrong idea that has been filling it, once you can honestly say, 'I don't know,' then it becomes possible to get at the truth." It can never be emphasized enough how true this is. Why can't people understand ontological mathematics? It's because they are so wedded to other ideas, and the place that ontological mathematics needs to fill, in order to be understood, is occupied by other ideas that are contrary to ontological mathematics. No argument can prevail against the faith of someone in a false idea that has colonized them and become part of their identity. Only when that wrong idea is removed from the place it occupied can the truth have any hope of establishing itself there. The people best able to move on from wrong ideas are the rational and logical because they can immediately see more rational and logical answers. But what about feeling types? These people are not listening to reason and logic. They are listening to their feelings. They will change their position only if a stronger feeling comes along, but that has nothing to do with reason and logic. You can't be reasoned out of a position you weren't reasoned into. What about mystical intuitives? It's the same thing. They can be persuaded to change position only by more powerful mystical intuitions. Again, they weren't reasoned into this, so can't be reasoned out of it. And what of sensing types? The only thing they are interested in is their senses. All places are filled with sense data, so they will never accept anything that does not refer to sense data at all, such as a priori analytic mathematics. In many ways, sensing types, especially scientists, are amongst the most irrational and illogical people of all. Because reason and logic are not sensory, sensing types accept reason and logic only in relation to the sensory order. They never accept reason and logic in their own non-sensory, a priori order. Sensing types weren't reasoned into their position. They were brought there by their senses, by which they swear. As soon as you say anything to a sensing type, their first and inevitable response is, "Where is your sensory evidence?" Which means they will never change their position. They are not willing to consider the rational and logical non-sensory order. They dismiss it instantly. They are just like the Bible thumpers who will accept only Bible quotations, and the Quranic scholars who will accept only Quranic verses. They have made sure that there is no place not filled by their faith. Reason and logic aren't faith, so they inhabit an entirely different type of space. They belong to a different dimension of existence.